So, big day, new school, new friends, huh?
I know, I'm kind of nervous, but I'm mostly excited.
As one of the most well-received Pixar movies to date, Inside Out has become very popular in the Disney and Pixar fandom. With the confirmation of a second movie in the making and a teaser trailer, fans are excited to see where the future of this well-loved movie could lead. While watching the brief trailer, we can see at least 4 emotions waiting to reveal themselves, each completely different from the 5 we already know and love. Knowing as little as we do, we are left wondering what could have happened in Riley's life to cause these new emotions to pop up, and in today's video we're going to list 5 reasons why they might be showing up.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold. The lake freezes over, and that's when we play hockey. I'm on a great team. We're called the Prairie Dogs.
Number 1. Puberty. As one of the worst things a teenager goes through, going through puberty could be the reason Riley is now letting in so many other emotions. Although the 5 emotions got her through something difficult, that doesn't mean it will always happen this way. Learning new things about her body and having things change is a lot for any preteen to deal with, and Riley is no different. Seeing so many changes happening to her can be scary and cause other emotions to emerge inside Riley's head. It will be up to the original emotions to learn how to coexist with new people sharing the same space and fight over who gets to control Riley and win. Luckily enough, puberty isn't something that lasts forever, even if it is some of the most troublesome times in anyone's life. If Riley can learn how to handle everything new that she is feeling, it won't take long for everything to go back to normal as her emotions slowly learn to accept their new normal.
My name is Riley Anderson. I'm from Minnesota, and now I live here.
Number 2. Divorced parents. Divorce is one of the hardest things any kid can go through, no matter their age. Seeing her parents separate would cause Riley to feel all sorts of new things she hadn't before. In the first movie, we see some tension between her mom and dad while trying to settle into the new house. And even after Riley settles down once she returns home, we still sense a bit of tension between her parents. Having their child run away could be all the two needed to argue even more and eventually separate because of this. With Riley having to choose a parent to live with, it could mean her moving cities again and experiencing everything she felt during the first movie all over again. This could mean so much for the future of her emotions, and none of the changes would be good, at least not at first. Although we hope this will never happen to the girl, it could be one of the reasons she is feeling so much anxiety since the first new character we meet in the trailer is her. Even if her parents are only arguing, having to hear them do so would cause issues inside Riley, making new emotions take control of her instead. Dealing with such a difficult situation would be the most likely cause for each emotion to fight over, which was best to help Riley deal with the loss of her parents' relationship, resulting in a similar problem to what happened between sadness and joy in the first movie.
All right, goodbye. Well, guess what? The moving van won't be here until Thursday.
You're kidding.
Number 3. Losing a friend. In the first movie, we see the first bad experience Riley goes through is losing her friends back in her hometown, and this alone is one of the biggest reasons she loses Friendship Island and decides to run away. Since then, she has joined her new city's hockey team, making even more friends where she lives now and people she can be even closer with. New friends, however, always mean there's a chance there could be a falling out. If her new friend was the one moving this time, or if they simply drifted apart for other reasons, losing someone so close to you can be hard to deal with. At the age she is in the new movie, her friends are changing the same way she is, and people start to leave groups to form new ones instead. This could mean Riley is left alone without the people she has gotten so close to in the passing years. Although losing someone close to her will be upsetting, it will also set the stage for new characters who might even become her new best friends instead. If Riley happened to get in with the wrong crowds as well, it could mean even worse things for her in the future. Since teens are likely to follow their peers more than anyone else, Riley's new emotions might be forming because of the people around her rather than anything else she is going through. This would make it even harder for new or old emotions to attempt to set her back on the right path.
Riley, what's wrong?
Let's go.
Number 4. Dating. When we see her imagination land, we see that Riley has made an imaginary boyfriend creator in her mind, making the perfect image of someone she would want to date. We also meet a new boy at the end of the first movie. While watching her hockey game, this boy runs into her and is happily surprised that a girl is even talking to him, although Riley doesn't seem to care much after they finish talking. Just like every young person does at some point, Riley will likely find someone she cares about enough to want to date. This could mean a lot of good memories and bad ones. We can only hope whoever she chooses to date would be a good choice, but even if they were, they would go their separate ways at some point, which could lead to another new emotion taking over the control. Falling in love with someone will make Riley realize new emotions she has never felt before. With love being the biggest one, the introduction of this character could mean a lot for her future, both with whoever she ends up with or even after if she ends up with someone different. From what we have seen from Joy, we can assume she would get along with a character made from the feeling of love, as both emotions keep Riley happy.
sorry.
Number 5. Having to change schools. Being one of the biggest reasons Riley decides to run away in the first movie and one of her biggest struggles, we can see that having to change schools impacts how Riley deals with her emotions. She must move from the place she had not only grown up in but also played hockey for since she was young, which makes sense why Riley is so upset to have to leave all that behind to move to San Francisco. We can only assume she would be just as upset if she had to change schools in the future. Changing schools is difficult for any kid, but doing it multiple times is even worse. With the second time being worse than the first, it only makes sense for new emotions to pop up because of this change, creating emotions similar to anger like regret or envy. Both emotions would debut when she felt the worst that she ever had. The second movie could feature a similar theme to the first, showing how Riley deals with going to a new school. Moving from middle school to high school can be difficult for kids, learning to fit in with new social circles or joining clubs with people they have never met. With so many new emotions made possible by moving to another school, it could make sense to have an entire movie about this and nothing else. If this is one of the problems Riley has to face, then there will need to be even more characters to explain everything Riley feels as she goes through the changes again.
Are you sure we want to do this?
In we go!
Okay, going in, yes!
With there being months until the release of the new movie, we are still left with plenty of time to speculate what Riley's future could look like. As her teenage years approach, there are so many possibilities for new emotions to emerge. Since she will be moving from middle school to high school and making even more friends, there will be changes in her life, which means more emotions will be needed to explain all that Riley is feeling. While we wait in anticipation for another trailer or even the movie itself, we can't help but be excited to see where this new movie takes Riley and her fans. Until then, we can only hope to see some, if not all, of the changes on our list come to fruition when the movie airs in June.
She's closing in.
Hey! Oh, no, you're not.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Hey, I saw a pizza place down the street. Maybe we could try that.
Pizza sounds delicious.
Pizza?
Yes,
Great
pizza.